Ladies and gentlemen, life is tough. And let me tell you, it's never going to be easy. Every day we face challenges. There will be failures. There will be mistakes. But let me tell you one thing. If you don't get up and work hard, you'll never know what success tastes like. When I started, nobody believed in me. I was rejected by universities, laughed at by others, and even told I was too small to make a difference. But I didn't listen. I kept getting up. I worked hard every single day and I failed. I failed many times, but guess what? I didn't quit. The road to success is not a straight line. It's full of twists and turns. Some days you'll feel like giving up, but that's the moment you need to push harder. You need to work harder than yesterday, push past the fear, past the doubt. Because it's not about being the smartest or the most talented. It's about having the grit to keep going when everyone else quits. Remember, success is not something that comes overnight. It comes to those who are willing to do what others are unwilling to do. It comes to those who wake up early and stay up late. It comes to those who aren't afraid of hard work, who aren't afraid of failure. So get up. You have the power to change your life, but you have to put in the effort. Don't wait for opportunities to fall into your lap. Go out and create them. The world doesn't owe you anything. But if you work hard, if you never give up, the world will open its doors for you. Work hard, dream big, and never look back. The future belongs to those who are willing to fight for it, no matter how tough it. Success is not handed to you on a silver platter. It is earned through constant effort, dedication, and a refusal to give up when faced with obstacles. One of the most crucial aspects of achieving success is the ability to persist through failure. Every person who has reached the top, whether in business, sports, or any other field, has faced failures. They have encountered setbacks that could have discouraged them. But what sets them apart is their ability to get back up and keep going. Failure is often seen as a negative experience, something that people want to avoid at all costs. But in reality, failure is an essential part of the journey to success. It is through failure that we learn the most valuable lessons. Each mistake we make brings us closer to understanding what works and what doesn't. If you are not failing, you are not trying hard enough. It's the fear of failure that paralyzes many people, preventing them from taking risks or pushing themselves beyond their comfort zones. But if you learn to embrace failure as a stepping stone, it becomes an opportunity to grow and evolve. When Jack Massachusetts founded Alibaba, he faced numerous challenges. He started with a small team, and they had no idea that their company would grow into one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the world. There were many times when Ma and his team thought they might fail. In fact, there were multiple instances when they didn't have enough money to pay employees, when competitors were outperforming them, and when they were rejected by investors. Ma himself has often spoken about the many rejections he faced. He was rejected from over 30 jobs, including where failing Fry was the only applicant out of 24 who was turned down. This is the reality of the journey to success. You will face rejection and you will experience failure, but it is how you respond to those challenges that will determine your future. The key is to not let failures define you. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. It's easy to say, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But that mindset will never get you anywhere. Instead of allowing failures to hold you back, use them as motivation to keep moving forward. Each time you fall, get back up with more determination. The process of getting back up, dusting yourself off and trying again is what builds resilience, character, and success. One of the biggest barriers to success is the fear of failure. Many people are afraid to take risks because they fear making mistakes. But the truth is, risk is necessary for growth. Without risk, there is no reward. And the more risks you take, the more you will learn. Of course, not all risks will lead to success, but that is a part of the journey. It's the willingness to take risks that often separates the successful from those who never reach their potential. It's important to note that failure is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it's a sign of effort. It shows that you are pushing yourself beyond what is comfortable, and that is when real growth happens. There is no such thing as an easy path to success. The road is long, filled with uncertainty and challenges. But each time you fail and rise again, you are one step closer to your goal. It's this cycle of failure and perseverance that leads to eventual success. Take, for example, some of the most successful entrepreneurs in history. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed thousands of times before he succeeded. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This perspective is essential. Failure is not final. It is simply a part of the process. Every mistake made, every obstacle faced, and every rejection received is a lesson that takes you closer to success. It's also important to remember that failure is not something that happens in isolation. When you fail, you learn. When you learn, you grow. And when you grow, you become stronger, smarter, and more capable. Jack Massachusetts' success wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built without obstacles. He has spoken about the countless times he doubted himself, the moments when he felt like giving up. But the key is that he never quit. He kept getting up, day after day, working hard, learning from each failure, and moving forward. This commitment to perseverance, this refusal to give up, is what ultimately led to his success. Moreover, the more you embrace failure, the less afraid of it you become. It no longer holds the power to paralyze you. Instead, it becomes a natural part of the process. When you understand that failure is not something to fear but something to learn from, it becomes a tool that propels you forward. The idea that failure is permanent is what holds many people back. But the reality is that failure is temporary, and success is achieved by those who keep going when others stop. There is no doubt that the path to success is challenging, but it is also one of the most rewarding journeys you will ever take. It's a journey that requires hard work, resilience, and a willingness to fail. If you can embrace failure, keep getting up after each fall, and never stop trying, success will eventually follow. The key is to never give up, no matter how many times you fail or how difficult the road seems. In the end, success is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning how to bounce back from it. It's about continuing the journey even when the road is tough and the end seems far away. Success is not for those who are perfect or flawless. It's for those who keep getting up, no matter how many times they fall. If you can do that, there is nothing stopping you from achieving your dreams. Keep working hard, stay persistent, and remember that every failure is just one step closer to success. The journey to success is never a straight path. It is a winding road full of challenges, detours, and obstacles that will test your determination and resilience. What many fail to understand is that the road to success is not meant to be easy, and it is certainly not for the faint of heart. If you want to achieve greatness, you must be prepared to face the ups and downs that come with it. Every successful person has encountered moments of doubt, failure, and frustration along the way, but they didn't let those moments define them. Instead, they embraced the journey and kept moving forward. The truth is that the road to success is a process, not an event. It requires consistent effort, time, and a mindset that is focused on long-term growth. Success doesn't come overnight, and it certainly doesn't come without hard work and sacrifices. There are no shortcuts or easy routes to success. If you think that success will come easily or quickly, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Success is earned through persistence, through pushing yourself beyond your limits, and through persevering in the face of adversity. In the early stages of any pursuit, you will likely encounter failures that seem insurmountable. These failures can be demoralizing. They can make you question your abilities, your choices, and your direction. But this is where the real test begins. The most successful people in the world have faced these same feelings of doubt and frustration, yet they chose not to give up. They understood that failure is not the end, but rather a part of the process. In fact, failure is often the catalyst for growth. It forces you to reevaluate your approach, to refine your skills, and to become better. Without failure, there would be no lessons learned. Without setbacks, there would be no growth. A common misconception is that success is linear. People often think that if they work hard and stay focused, they will see immediate results. While it is true that hard work and dedication are key ingredients for success, the reality is that the road to success is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. It is not always easy to see the end goal, and there will be times when you feel lost or unsure of your next step. This is where resilience comes in. You must be able to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward, even when the way ahead is unclear. Resilience is the ability to stay focused on your goals, even when things are not going according to plan. It is the strength to keep going when the road gets tough, when you are faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable. Resilience is what enables you to turn failures into lessons and challenges into opportunities. When you embrace resilience, you no longer see obstacles as roadblocks, but as stepping stones on the path to success. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can overcome whatever comes your way. The road to success also requires patience. Too many people give up too soon because they expect results to come quickly. The truth is that success is built over time through consistent effort and a commitment to improvement. It requires a long-term mindset, one that understands that the rewards come only after sustained hard work. When you are patient and focused on the bigger picture, you are less likely to be discouraged by temporary setbacks. Instead, you will stay committed to your vision, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. Another critical aspect of the road to success is learning to adapt. The world is constantly changing, and the path to success is rarely a straight line. You will need to be flexible and adaptable, ready to pivot when circumstances require it. Sticking rigidly to a single plan or approach can hold you back. Success often requires you to innovate, to change course when necessary, and to find creative solutions to the problems you face. Those who are willing to adapt to new information, new challenges, and new environments are the ones who will ultimately thrive. There will be moments when you want to quit. There will be times when the road feels too long, the obstacles too high, and the challenges too great. But it is during these moments that your true character is tested. The key to success is not in avoiding challenges, but in facing them head-on with courage and determination. You must be willing to keep going, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results seem far off. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. Those who endure the longest are the ones who will ultimately achieve their goals. The road to success also requires a strong sense of purpose. Without a clear sense of why you are pursuing your goals, it is easy to lose motivation when things get tough. Your sense of purpose is what will keep you going when the going gets rough. It is what will remind you that the hard work and sacrifices you are making are all worth it in the end. Having a clear purpose gives you direction and helps you stay focused on what truly matters. It provides the fuel to keep you moving forward, even when the road ahead seems daunting. Along the way, you will also encounter people who will try to discourage you, who will tell you that your dreams are too big or unrealistic. You may face criticism, rejection, and negativity from those around you. But let me tell you, those voices are just noise. The only voice that matters is your own. You must learn to block out the distractions and stay focused on your journey. Don't let the opinions of others derail your progress. If you believe in your vision and stay committed to your goals, you will find the strength to push through any negativity that comes your way. The road to success is not easy, but it is worth it. Every challenge you face, every setback you overcome, and every failure you experience brings you one step closer to achieving your dreams. You must be willing to face the difficulties, embrace the setbacks, and continue pushing forward. Success is not about avoiding obstacles. It's about facing them with the determination to keep moving forward, no matter what. The more challenges you face, the stronger you will become. And as you continue on your journey, you will realize that the road to success is not only about achieving your goals, but about the person you become along the way. So, stay committed, stay resilient, and remember that the road to success is not for those who give up easily. It's for those who embrace the journey, no matter how difficult it may be. Keep moving forward, and success will be waiting for you at the end. Success is not a passive achievement. It is an active process that requires deliberate effort and the creation of opportunities. Many people wait for success to come to them, hoping that somehow it will fall into their lap or that someone will hand them the key to success. However, the reality is that success doesn't simply arrive because you wish for it. It is something you must go out and create for yourself and it often comes to those who are willing to take action, push beyond their comfort zones, and persist even when others would stop. Creating opportunities begins with taking ownership of your future. You can't sit around and wait for the perfect moment or for the world to open doors for you. You must create your own doors and walk through them. There are countless examples of people who have built their success from nothing, simply by being proactive and making things happen. Every successful person, whether in business, sports, or entertainment, has had to create their own opportunities. They didn't wait for the perfect timing or ideal circumstances. They saw gaps, identified needs, and stepped in with ideas, energy, and determination to fill those spaces. The first step in creating your own opportunities is to take initiative. Taking initiative means actively seeking out possibilities rather than waiting for them to find you. This might involve reaching out to potential mentors, taking on new projects, or putting yourself in situations where you can learn and grow. It's about being proactive and recognizing that opportunities don't always come knocking on your door. Sometimes you have to go out and look for them. By taking initiative, you demonstrate that you are in control of your destiny and that you are ready to put in the effort to make your dreams a reality. When you take initiative, you begin to create momentum. One action leads to another, and as you build a track record of making things happen, more opportunities start to appear. The more proactive you are, the more others will notice your energy and commitment. People tend to gravitate toward individuals who are active, engaged, and determined. The more you put yourself out there, the more you show others that you are serious about success, and this attracts more doors to open for you. You may not know exactly where each opportunity will take you, but every step forward builds your confidence and ability to handle whatever comes next. However, simply taking initiative is not enough. You must also be prepared to take risks. The most rewarding opportunities are often the ones that involve stepping into the unknown. If you are constantly playing it safe, you will limit your potential. Taking risks means embracing the uncertainty that comes with pursuing something new. It could mean starting a business in an unfamiliar industry, taking on a leadership role, or even trying something that you have no experience in. The truth is, success rarely happens in your comfort zone. It happens when you are willing to take calculated risks and stretch yourself beyond what you think is possible. Risk-taking doesn't mean being reckless. It means weighing the potential rewards against the risks and deciding that the possible gain is worth stepping out of your comfort zone. Risk-taking allows you to explore new horizons, develop new skills, and discover new possibilities that you might not have considered otherwise. In the business world, successful entrepreneurs and innovators are often the ones who are willing to venture into uncharted territory and take risks that others are too afraid to take. Jack Ma, for example, took a huge risk when he started Alibaba. He faced immense challenges, and there were no guarantees that his company would succeed. But he took the risk anyway because he saw an opportunity in the market, and he believed in his ability to make it work. Alongside risk-taking, creating opportunities also requires persistence. It's easy to be enthusiastic at the start, but the real test comes when things get difficult. You may face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. This is when persistence becomes critical. Those who are successful do not quit when they hit a roadblock. Instead, they find ways to work through it, adapt, and keep pushing forward. Persistence means sticking with your goals, even when the road becomes challenging or the rewards seem distant. It's the ability to keep going, even when others might give up. Persistence also means being willing to adapt and innovate. Sometimes the opportunities you create will not come in the form you expected. You might try something that doesn't work, and that can feel like a failure. But the key is not to let that failure stop you. Instead, use it as a chance to reassess, learn from it, and find a new way forward. Flexibility and adaptability are crucial when creating opportunities. The world is constantly changing, and the ability to pivot when necessary is a skill that can open up new doors. Another important aspect of creating your own opportunities is recognizing the power of networking and building relationships. No one achieves success entirely on their own. Success often involves collaboration, mentorship, partnerships, and support from others. By networking, you can gain access to new ideas, resources, and connections that may lead to opportunities you would not have encountered on your own. Building strong relationships with people in your industry, with mentors, and even with peers can open doors that would otherwise remain closed. The more you put yourself in a position to meet people, share ideas, and collaborate, the more opportunities will come your way. Sometimes the opportunities you create are born out of the connections you make and the conversations you have. These connections often lead to unexpected opportunities, whether it's a job offer, a partnership, or even a new venture. Networking isn't just about taking, it's about giving as well. Offer help to others, share your knowledge, and be generous with your time. By adding value to other people's lives, you build trust and rapport that can eventually lead to opportunities that benefit you as well. In addition to networking, creating your own opportunities also involves continuously learning and growing. The more skills, knowledge, and experience you gain, the more valuable you become to others. People who are constantly learning are always improving and evolving, which makes them more likely to recognize and create new opportunities. Whether it's through formal education, self-study, or learning from others, investing in yourself is a powerful way to increase your ability to create opportunities. The more equipped you are, the more you can offer, and the more opportunities will come to you. Finally, one of the most powerful ways to create your own opportunities is to be persistent in your self-belief. If you don't believe in your own abilities, it will be much harder to create and recognize opportunities. Self-doubt can paralyze you, making it difficult to take action and make progress. But when you believe in yourself and your potential, you are more likely to take risks, pursue your goals, and seize the opportunities that come your way. Confidence is not about being arrogant or overly self-assured. It's about having a firm belief that you are capable of achieving your goals and that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. Creating opportunities is a mindset. It's about understanding that success is not something that simply happens, but something you actively pursue. It's about taking initiative, being willing to take risks, persisting through obstacles, and continuously seeking growth. By creating your own opportunities, you set yourself on a path to success that is determined by your actions and your decisions, not by circumstances or luck. Ultimately, success comes to those who are willing to take responsibility for their own futures and who are dedicated to making their dreams a reality. The journey to success is not something that happens by chance or through passive waiting. It is something that must be actively pursued through hard work, resilience, and a commitment to creating your own opportunities. Success does not come easily, and it is often accompanied by failure, rejection, and moments of doubt. However, the true measure of success lies not in avoiding these setbacks, but in the ability to rise above them, learn from them, and keep moving forward with even greater determination. The first key lesson from this journey is that success requires persistence in the face of failure. Every failure, every setback, and every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. The most successful people are those who embrace failure as part of the process rather than something to be feared or avoided. They learn from their mistakes, adjust their approach, and continue pursuing their goals. It is this ability to persist through adversity that ultimately separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. The second lesson is that the road to success is never straightforward. It is a winding path filled with uncertainties and challenges that test our resolve. Success requires resilience, the ability to bounce back after setbacks, adapt to changing circumstances, and remain focused on the long-term goal. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but those who succeed are the ones who can stay the course even when the path becomes difficult or unclear. Resilience is not just about enduring challenges, but about actively learning from them for them to fuel further growth. The third lesson is the importance of creating your own opportunities. Success doesn't just fall into your lap. It's something you must work for and create through action. This means taking initiative, seeking out new possibilities, and being willing to take risks. By stepping outside of your comfort zone, making bold decisions, and being open to change, you can create new opportunities that can lead to success. It's not about waiting for the right moment, but about making things happen. The more you put yourself out there and actively pursue your goals, the more doors will open for you. Creating opportunities also involves building relationships, networking, and learning from others. Success is rarely a solo journey. It is often built on the support of mentors, peers, and collaborators who help guide, challenge, and inspire you. By connecting with others and offering value in return, you create a network of resources and opportunities that can propel you forward. Success is a collective effort as much as it is an individual one. Ultimately, the path to success requires hard work, persistence, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. It is a journey that demands patience, resilience, and the ability to turn stepping stones. But through consistent effort and the creation of your own opportunities, success is not just a distant dream, it is something that can be achieved. It is not about the destination, but about the lessons learned and the growth experienced along the way. Those who are willing to embrace the journey with determination, resilience, and an unwavering belief in their ability to succeed are the ones who will ultimately achieve their dreams.